seat installation, 2+1 in a Kombi, well, in a van, but I've got a replacement Kombi mat, a set of seats. The two there folds flat, that one leans forward. I've got to basically fit the brackets. So the first thing to do is start taking off the trim pieces underneath the van, because I've got to drop this fuel tank to get behind there into the floor pan to start drilling in the brackets. And also on the other side I've got to take off the heat shield, so I'll just quickly do that. It's held in, that shield there in the front is held in with these little clips, so they just unscrew off. These plastic ones are held in with 8mm screws, so dead easy to take off. So those two brackets are in, they're bolted down. Typical weather, isn't it? I'll show you what I've done under here. So those are the two brackets. I've got a set of 4 of these. I've got one either side of this frame. I've got one over there, well, 2 over there and 2 over here. I've taken off the heat shield and just lowered it down. Obviously I had to take off some bolts. Don't think this was necessary, but that handbrake cable over there needs replacing, so I thought I've just ordered one of those, so I'll get that replaced. I'm going to fit all this back up, and then I'll lower that fuel tank so I can do the other the 4 brackets or whatever I've got left over on the far side. But this side's done, and they're also, as you can see here, they're riveted in, so all fully tightened up. So just an update on this. I've lowered the fuel tank, so the fuel tank is lowered, the fuel filler cap and the pipe is all dismantled at the top. You've got to open up the AdBlue pipes, so you've got to disconnect those to allow for this filler neck to fall lower. I've detached the plug, the electrical plug. I just didn't want it stretching, but the fuel pipes are still connected, but they're on a press fit anyway, so you can sort of disconnect those, but just have something at the bottom for any fuel that leaks out. The first set of brackets are in. I've got to basically drill a hole, 2 holes on either side, and also 4 little holes for the pot rivets, and then secure those. And the same for this one here, so these 2 here. And then further underneath, those brackets, they're already in, so I pot riveted them in and torque tightened up the bolts. So those are done on either side. And then on top of the vehicle, those are the 2 or the 4 that I've put in. Once I've drilled the holes from underneath, I'll know the position of where those brackets fall. So nearly there, and then fit everything back up. So the seats are in, that one's out, not fitted yet, but the brackets are all in. This one's in, and they all latch on properly. The underside is all complete, so everything's fixed up. Wipe the fuel tank there. All I've got to do is just replace that handbrake cable when the part arrives. I know everything's fitted now. So I've just got to put the C-pillar brackets. I have some C-pillar brackets. So these will go in the C-pillar just across both sides for both seatbelt anchorages.